You are listening to a Daydreamers podcast, and we are the Daydreamers. I am Erin.
I am K'Shana.
And a Daydreamers podcast is a reminder to do what makes you happy.
Yay! It's the Daydreamers podcast at night.
At night.
So it's sexy.
Quiet storm.
When you do stuff at night, it's different. It's grown. Like, not that we wasn't grown before, but like it's grown.
It's
we
got
got
a different feel.
And Erin comes through with the production and the things and the lighting.
I gotta upgrade, but yes, we in here.
And we switched spots. So we came up with this idea. So if you were watching on YouTube or I guess it would just be YouTube because this wouldn't make a TikTok clip. Depending on who produces for the show, which we take turns doing, we'll just swap out driver seats, as Erin calls it, driver seats. Right. So we'll do that. Mm-hmm. So I guess we'll start with
what's got your head in the clouds, or are we gonna do what do we do first, or is
we
it
just like what's good? Like we
so what's good, girl?
So what have I done? That's good. I did my hair. Y'all can see that.
It's cute too.
I don't know if that's good because that was labor. That was a job.
Well, you look good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's very pretty.
Thank you.
I washed my hair and I managed to spray a little leave-in conditioner as I ran out the door this morning.
At least you clean.
I'm clean.
That's something. That's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
You know, like I'll be washing and I'll wash and not retwist real quick. You know, because I'm not retwisting. I'm
not retwisting.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
No, I just let it go.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. What do they call that? You can semi-freeform or whatever.
Is it? I just don't.
It's like
don't retwist. I didn't realize it was a thing.
Retwist like really far apart or something. They call that. It's like a thing. You know, they got a label for everything.
I didn't know
or
that.
Whatever. But I did my hair, so I guess that's something that I did that was good. Got a new shampoo. It was awesome.
Now that's what's good. The new shampoo.
Yes, it was an experience.
What shampoo did you get?
Design Essentials Avocado. It was like it's a sulfate free, and it has like, if I still had loose natural hair, it has really good slip.
Okay.
So if you have loose natural hair, you know exactly what I mean when I say slip. Like it's like mad easy to detangle your hair.
I don't really get that involved in my shampoos. Like I use Castile soap to bathe, and so I'll use that to wash my hair. And the VO5, that's $1. I use that, and like I know it may dry your hair out, but
I was just about to say it'll dry shit out my hair.
But the thing is though, like I really want to get all the dirt and gunk out. And
like so, if I'm,
and that's why I use it. But I'm heavy on the Blue Magic hair grease. I'm heavy on the cocoa butter oil, so I'm not worried about that because
you're actually putting products in your hair.
Yeah, moisture's getting back in there, and I'm all old school with the products. I know we're supposed to read chemicals. I was never that type of natural person. Give me the Blue Magic. Give me the Sulfur 8. Give me all of that.
I've never used Sulfur 8 before.
I've used it before. And Zipporah, she's all old school products too. Blue Magic, pink lotion.
And that Blue Magic be hitting like the smell. Like Blue Magic used to come in like blue and green. You remember that?
Yeah, I got the blue in the bag.
Like the green, like it had a very particular.
And then I mix my. I do use the Dew Grow oils. Mm-hmm. I use those, and I use tea tree oil and the Palmer's cocoa butter oil. I mix those 3 oils. Sometimes I put the tea tree in the hair grease and stuff. But yeah, it's Blue Magic, Cream of Nature leave-in conditioner, Queen Helene conditioner. I started back using creamy conditioner. I just rinse really well. I use that for Zipporah, and then the mixture of oils I just said. I use that for me and her.
I will use that, like the new shampoo I got. I like before it was still Design Essentials. It was like their henna and oat, but it was more clarifying, like what you like. But I don't want to clarify every single time because I don't put nothing in my hair. I just put my leave-in per se is like it's rose water, and I might add a couple of a tablespoon of glycerin and like some lemongrass.
See, I use product. That's why I'm just and then like with the working out, even though I may not go as hard. But I'm still like working out and doing something. So I'm just like, get everything out.
And I have a scalp condition, so I can't use a bunch. I remember one time I went to a shop and they did my hair, and whatever it was they used by like the second day, it was redonk. But anyway, so what did you do good?
What did I do?
That was for yourself on purpose?
Oh, So I jumped out of my comfort zone and I was a vendor for the first time. So at Picnic in the Park, it was brought on by the city of Monroe.
She was all on the video, on the city's videos and stuff too.
I was all
like,
on the live with it, like, what's up? Yes, and I really was like that. So yeah, I'm really happy about that because like we talked earlier when we first came back for the podcast and stuff about planting seeds, and that was one of the seeds I planted, and I said I'm just gonna move forward with it. I'm just gonna plant the seed for something that I want to do because I don't want to be no shoulda, coulda, woulda person and that type of thing. So I can at least say I tried, and it's something I wanted to do for me and my baby. People liked it and stuff, and I was like, well, I want to be at markets and shows and whatever, and I had the opportunity. It came to me at like 11 o'clock the day of, and I was like, I had all my I had made all my little pom-pom bombs and everything. I was just constantly creating. I had took the advice. You listened to the last episode. I said how the homie advice was just like, don't focus on making money. He was like, just create. You need to just create. Focus on your skill and talent. So like I did that. So every chance I just made a pom-pom or whatever. So when I got the call, they was like, yeah, you got a table. And I was like, okay. And I hit my boss up. I was like, yeah. So my boss is really cool. He's all about supporting local and upcoming artists and creators and things like that. He's an entrepreneur himself. And so
you were able to get it together in time. So that's really awesome.
Yeah. He was like, I was like, can I leave early? He was like, yes. Okay. Early as in like now. He was like, do what you do. And so it was successful. I had one pre-order. I had 4 sold at the site, and I assembled my headbands.
And you got some more pre-orders.
So fast. Yeah, I did. I got some pre-orders today. So I'm super happy about that. So y'all look on Instagram, look up. You can go to my page, and I have it in my bio, but it's Crafty Mother Lovers on Instagram.
Spell it for them so they can.
CRAFTY MUVALUVAS, because I'm a crafty mother lover. So yeah, me and my girl are doing that together. So it's Crafty Mother Lovers on Instagram. Check out that Instagram page, and that's where you'll see our handmade crafts that will be being sold everywhere. So I'm really happy about that. That's what I did to make myself
shop
happy.
Coming soon.
Yep.
So she can ship her goods to you.
Yep. Just DM me.
What?
I got you. Anyway, so what's got your head in the clouds?
Okay, I was gonna bring this up when you were saying before that I went to the Celtic Festival today, y'all. So, and I was just looking around and like all the vendors and stuff, and I was like,
well, for those who don't know, what's the Celtic Festival?
I mean, it's Celtic.
The people of the
Celts.
Yeah.
Of the Celts.
So
not Celtic. Somebody. Oh God.
Girl, one year I had worked it, and I posted on Facebook. I was like, oh, I'm hanging with the Celtics today, but it's spelled like how we know Celtics, like Boston Celtics. And so my cousin was like, oh, I forgot who the star player was at that time or who's known. Girl. Tell so-and-so what's up. I was like, no, girl, no. Celtics, like Irish, like Scottish. Like that. 4-leaf clover. That.
Right. All of that. Kilts.
Yes.
Bagpipes.
Right.
So I went there and I was looking around at like the vendors and things like that. Talked to some pretty cool people. There's a couple of people I knew out there. Not a lot of people who look like me, but it was still some people. But I was like, yo, Erin could like really, like she should be out here. Like I wish you had enough inventory and like knew about it and stuff in time to do that. But definitely like if you get a chance to next year, I know you'll do very well there because festivals, they really like
this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I wear this. I have on a crown right now. I wear this to the grocery store. This is every day for me. But people are really into the festival looks and stuff like that.
And then with also with Halloween coming up, like they were selling some Halloween themed items as well. It wasn't just limited to Celtic-y looking. I don't know I don't know what it's called.
And then also it's giving Frida Kahlo. So
So like Dia de la Familia, you could go to that, like, and I think that would have worked as well. Any event, like it works for any event. So I look forward to seeing how you do at those. But what's got my head in the clouds though is it has to do with the Celtic Festival. Now, mind you, I'm out here, we in the woods or whatever. It's mad people in kilts. Now I guess it's two things. It's mad people in kilts. You know, it's bagpipes. They got the Highland Games going on. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's literally like Olympics, but like Celtic. It's very specific events. Like they do the sheath toss, and they like do this thing where they have to flip this giant log.
Oh, I was just thinking like the logs.
Yeah, you got to be like hella strong to do that stuff.
Yeah.
So like and they also do something else. They got to wear shoes with little knives on their feet and stuff. It was really cool to see a black woman be a part of that. So that was awesome. She was the only one, but it's always awesome to see representation in any field. But so the first thing that I saw that had my head in the clouds, I was like, why are the Sons of the Confederacy out here?
Bitch, because we in Louisiana.
What a booth. No, but why do you have a booth? What do we need to know? What is there to know?
Because they Celtics, their lineage is Celtics, but they also of the South. Their lineage is also of the South, too.
But what do we need to know?
Girl, and they be in the Mardi Gras parades, too.
Yeah, I knew that.
Marching.
They get booed.
My friend's little boy was waving because he was like 6 at the time.
It's just the people.
And he just waving, and I was like, no, baby, don't wave at them. No, he was like, what? No,
They get mad quiet.
Don't give your sweetness to them.
And I'm like,
I told his dad, and he was like, later on, he was like, he probably gonna be like, why did Miss Erin say I couldn't wave it?
Look, he'll learn. Well, look, his baby.
Anyway,
look,
but yeah,
I'm like, well, why? Why is there a need? Like, this is.
So what are we just standing there just confused?
Yeah, I saw. Because I'm walking around. I walk around now. Mind you, I had to go there for work. But even if I didn't have to, I probably would have maybe went at some point in the day, possibly, because I like the Celtic Fest, and I understand that there is definitely a history between like black people and Irish people. And every people.
I think my name is Irish. Erin is Irish.
They are. There was something. Anyway, y'all went to school. Y'all probably know. If not, look it up because we've been out of school for. No, I just had to write about it, but just look it up. It's like some things there, and then I guess 3 things because then on one of their tables, not the Sons of the Confederacy, by the way, but one representatives of a certain clan of one of the clan. Oh, see, there you go, the clan. Right. That's it, right there. Did I just do that?
Did you? I don't know nothing about them people.
I think I just made the connection. The clan. The clan.
There's always them bad apples.
That's why they were out there. But one of them, on one of their tables, they had a picture of Queen Elizabeth. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought y'all didn't fuck with her like that. I'm like, why is this out here? Y'all are literally like out here doing like dances.
They don't like. I thought they don't because the Scottish and the British don't get along.
Yeah, so I was like,
didn't
why
England
you
take over or some point or something? I just know they got
effed over their country really bad. I mean, as they did that with a lot of countries, I guess.
Yeah, but they don't get along though.
But one of these dudes out here with a kilt, he was kilted, and he had a wolf, a literal wolf,
cool,
on a leash. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating.
I'm not. I believe you.
And I was just like,
but where he get it from? He keep it in his house.
I don't fucking know. The woods. I don't know.
I don't live
That's
in
what I was
limits.
Supposed to show you before we started.
Oh, show me. You took a picture.
And I took a video.
Of course.
Because I said, it's a whole nigga out here with a wolf on a leash. Now look at this shit.
Girl, wait a minute. Let me see the phone.
That's a wolf. Child. You can see it got haunches. Wait a minute. That was country as shit.
Larry, it's a man out here. Larry at home. Larry's at home, y'all. It's a man that was out in Forsyth Park with a wolf.
A wolf.
For the Celtic Festival.
A whole wolf. Like it's something to do. I said, oh my God. I have to go. I gotta get out of here.
A wolf.
This is a
wolf. God damn it.
He's big too. And
that's not the wolf dog.
He wouldn't stop peeing on stuff.
Of course.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's pretty much what's got my head in the clouds.
Well, what's got my head in the clouds is the Parkers and Jeffrey Dahmer. And why do they match up? Why do they match up? I'm not really big into SK serial killers, okay? But I saw so much conversation about Jeffrey Dahmer. So I was like, let me just see what's up. Because, I like a little Law & Order SVU. I like a little Law & Order Criminal Intent. You know what I'm saying? I can tolerate that because that is fiction, even though some of that is loosely based on some real life events. But it's still fiction. Jeffrey Dahmer was a real person. Well, he's dead now. But anyway, so I checked it out, and every time I was like, you know what, this too much for me.
So is it a movie or is it like a series?
They got the Netflix series of Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, girl. And so every time I was like, this too much for me, I switch over to the Parkers because the Parkers is on Netflix.
Something lighthearted. Hey, sweet baby.
Yes, I'm like, you know what, I didn't had enough of this real life serial killer.
Gave me cereal.
She got you some cereal.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I don't know where your passy is, baby. Go ask Daddy.
These look like Lucky Charms.
No marker. We talked about this. They are.
Just in time for the Celtic Festival.
They are Lucky Charms.
You had to use the Parkers as a palate cleanser.
I did. I was like, go ask Daddy, Zipporah. Go ask Daddy for your pacifier. Okay, Daddy has your passy. And so, but what I really want to say is, what's really got my head in the clouds, low key, is a cuss out, and I don't fucking believe this.
Oh, what?
Low key is a cuss out. Fuck Milwaukee and Flint. Oh, is it Flint, Michigan, or wherever the hell they at? Because first of all, Niecy Nash, I love her. She played her role in this
they
series.
Said that, and
Niecy Nash is doing her regular black woman next door neighbor. This ain't right. Something about this ain't right. Something ain't, like, that's her, okay?
But nobody listened.
Nobody listened. At one point, one of the episodes, it was a 14-year-old boy. He actually broke out, and
wait, okay, so
he actually broke out the.
Yeah, I'm not used to like being in the front, so I be turning around and look at her like I'm not.
No, you got to focus on the front.
I'm trying.
Yeah, because you got to stay in the mic.
So isn't this the one that ate people, right?
Girl, yeah, he would kidnap.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, well, let me finish telling you this. Yes. But at one point, I'm just telling you, Niecy Nash was that black mama who like, something about this ain't right. Because one of the little boys broke out, and her daughter and her niece saw the little boy running out this man's apartment because they lived next door, with no, like drowsy. He was drugged, heavily drugged, and he ain't have on he had on briefs, he had on underpants. Okay, and so they come across
and don't nobody think nothing.
He's a boy. It's obvious this is a boy, not
a child person.
Yes, like 14, 15, something like that. This is a boy. And so the next scene is like Niecy Nash and her daughter and niece outside talking to the police, and Jeffrey Dahmer's walking up, and she, like, the little boy, he just made it outside the apartment, but he's all like crumpled up, he got a blanket around him, and she's talking to the police, and she's like, okay, but you know, like, this little boy, we need to find his people, yada yada, you know, that type of thing. The kids are like, we saw him run out this apartment and everything. Jeffrey Dahmer walked up and he was like, oh, this is my boyfriend. He's just drunk. But the whole time, Niecy's like, are y'all gonna check to see? Because he looks like a child. Like, my daughters have seen him around the neighborhood digging for worms. This looks like a child. Oh, well, they say that's his boy. That's my boyfriend. But he looked like a child. Did y'all check his age at least?
But you also have to consider the source. You know, it's a black woman. So and
that's what they say. Like,
right?
He lived in a predominantly black area, a high crime area, purposely, you know, targeted black and brown gay men or black and brown boys, all that type of stuff. Anyway, but all the thing is, she had been calling and calling. She lived next door. She heard the rustling and tussling when he was killing these men. She heard the drill. You know, like, she heard all this stuff, and she's calling them, and police never came. Or we'll send a car. You don't even know what apartment.
It's the neighborhood.
What apartment I'm talking about. What? But you're gonna send to what apartment? And they said that. And then I'm at the part now where, like, she's living in a motel. They had to evacuate the building because it's like toxic chemicals in the building and stuff. And Jesse Jackson comes to her motel, and the city people was like, Jesse, with you being here, we feel like it's gonna be a problem and everything. You're gonna, like, agitate the situation. And he was like, yeah,
the agitator.
Good, because this is a civil issue.
Well, and like, consider the neighborhood and also the victims.
Just first of all, the city just let them down, and then on so many levels,
because
there's so many
neighborhood.
Yes,
and
so
the
many.
victims.
And then they was like, well, did you even? Her name was Glenda. Did you even talk to Glenda? And they was like, no, we hadn't talked to Glenda yet. Glenda was the next door neighbor. That's
she's a black woman. Why would they talk to her?
Yes. She was like, and when Jesse came to her motel,
and gay ones at that. So
Jessie came to her motel, and she was like, nobody's listening to me. I got people from Paris, France, calling me, interviewing me, but the police here ain't saying nothing to me or whatever. That's where I'm at. And then, okay, something else that got my head in the clouds that really pissed me off. She at work, and the HR lady, white lady, you know, this 1990, 1991, white lady come up to her and basically was like, the owner of the company is uncomfortable because she gave an interview to a news reporter. And so she was like, the owner of the company is just really, it's a conservative company and our clientele and this and that. And he's uncomfortable. And she was like, it's becoming an HR issue because some of the your coworkers are complaining. Because she at her desk and she gets emotional. Okay, because she pretty much saw everybody. She pretty much saw, let's just say, at least half of the people, go into that apartment or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's emotional about it. So she's like, well, you know what? I get up and I excuse myself and I go to the bathroom and I have my moment, get myself together and then come back. Like, I'm sorry, I try to keep it. And she's like, well, yeah, it's kind of a complaint. And then she was like, Niecy was like, oh, well, it's just a lot. And the woman from HR was like, yeah, because of your neighbor, the one with the zombies. Did you see any of the zombies? And I was sitting here, Niecy was just looking and I was just like, really, bitch? You coming here talking to me about some goddamn zombies? Like, and she looking like, really, woman? I'm almost about to be fired over some stuff that had nothing to do with me. The owner of the company is over here like uncomfortable about some stuff that don't have nothing to do with me. Like, none of the stuff that has anything to do with me, but it's affecting me. You coming to me talking about, well, people are bothered that you over here crying.
So they're not bothered about, bodies of color.
This attention bringing brought to, girl, don't.
They're not bothered.
And she got to work because she had her baby when she was 18. Her daughter just turned 18. She been there since she had her baby. Like, she got to work. She has no one else. She needs a job. And it's nice where you can't speak up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And nothing happened, or you can't, all that type of HR stuff or whatever. But like, bitch, you really at my desk talking to me about some goddamn zombies? Did you see any of the zombies? Bitch, get the fuck out of here. And second and third of all, he did not have to do Tony like that. If you see it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Tony was so freaking sweet. So sweet. He was getting ready to go out clubbing, doing ratchet things with his homeboys in the club. Don't spoil it,
though, because there are people who haven't seen it.
Oh, well, I mean, they didn't already been talking about it. Like, that's how I know, because I knew about Tony before I saw Tony. Anyway, this is all I'm going to say about Tony. He was so sweet. He offered to do the dishes before he left the house. What teenager or 20-something is offering to do the dishes for their mama before they go out to do some club things? Now, I might have did it, but that's because I was just like, yo, you need me to do anything else before I step out for the rest of the night? Because I just know my mama going to be like, what you did? Even when I came home from college. You know what I'm saying? I'm not over here like, mama, okay, you need me to do that? No. He ain't have to do Tony like that. That's what got my head in the clouds. I don't like it. It's a mess because the whole city, they just did not care. He got away with this stuff because nobody cared. They took his word. One boy did get away. He did happen to get away because some situation or whatever. So he managed to get away. He woke up in the hospital. He goes to the police. He's like, this man tried to kill me. And the police it basically comes to, you going to believe this man who has a criminal record for molesting a little boy. The little boy got away. But you're going to believe this white man with a criminal record over me, this black man with no criminal record that was drugged and was
surprised? Why are we surprised? Why are we surprised?
We're not surprised in 2022. In 1990, we're still not surprised, but still.
But I'm like, why
we're still not surprised in 1990, but it's like,
why would?
But he's like, this man tried to kill me, and then he saved another guy, that particular guy, because he saw him out, and he was like, yo, don't get in the car with that dude. He's gonna try and kill you. That's what got my head in the cloud. It's just fucked up. It's just horrible.
There was some people talking about it a little bit on TikTok about the element of surprise. When I say, like, how you were talking about how nobody was listening, and I'm like, consider where we are. Even right now, today, in 2022, a black woman can speak and tell you about XYZ. They're still going to go try and find some man, specifically a white man.
Bodies were decomposing in the apartment. They had been complaining for at least a year.
The truth doesn't matter when you are in a black neighborhood and it's black bodies and it's a white man's word over a black woman's.
And he's just like, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Facts. What are facts? Fuck about facts,
girl.
We don't care. They don't care about that.
That's what's got my head in clouds.
They don't care about none of that. But I can't
amazing,
remember,
but it's not amazing.
I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about just the whole element of surprise thing, and how like since there's been a resurgence of this whole all the cases and stuff with him. Oh, it was country with him. But they were talking about like why are people who were unfamiliar with this serial killer, why are they surprised, you know, that this could be done or that somebody would do this or whatever. And it's like you really shouldn't, because that's what the lineage is.
Well, see, I wasn't familiar with Jeffrey Dahmer, but I'm watching this like, oh my God, I can't believe this, but I can believe it. But the same thing, who was that white one in the 60s? Is it Ted Bundy? He looked like a regular guy. He
had like a personality, and people actually were infatuated with him. But they were saying that because of the lineage, like these are the same people. Like, why are you surprised that this Caucasian man had the capability and ability to do the things he did in the way that he did them when, you know, his ancestors or predecessors are the same people who not just enslaved us. I don't think a lot of people understand what happened in slavery. They was eating us in slavery.
Okay, I didn't
know
that.
I'm sorry. They were eating us. They were eating us. They literally they you know who Nat Turner is, right? Mm-hmm. He led the slavery. They cooked him down and made him into grease. No, that was not the first time they had done something like that. I know you've seen on social media where they're finding furniture stuffed with our ancestors' hair because they used our hair as fluff for their chairs.
Well, for that, I'm not surprised. I'm not going to say I knew that, but I'm like, oh, okay.
They used our bodies up in every way possible. It wasn't just for labor. It was a delicacy. They have literal recipes on how to eat black people. This is not a new thing. This is what the fuck they come from.
Okay.
Like, this is what they were doing.
Okay.
They eat people. It's like a whole book. What was it called? I want to make sure I'm correct in my facts. It was considered a delicacy.
While you look that up, I saw something on Twitter, and I wanted to search. Oh,
it's called The Delectable Negro: Human Consumption and Homoeroticism in U.S. Slave Culture.
They love us, but they hate us, and the narrative continues.
They literally ate us.
I saw on Twitter this girl, she basically retweeted something, and she was like, y'all bragging about this, and it was like, it just so happened, I'm not saying it's all white people, but it was a white girl on TikTok, and it's just her looking off, and it has the captions like, when you watch the whole Jeffrey Dahmer series without having to take a break, without having to look away, without having to stop. Basically, you watch this whole thing and you're unfazed. Like, you didn't have to, like I said, I had to switch to the Parkers.
That speaks to your level of trauma.
And so the black woman was like, y'all bragging about this? Like, y'all really bragging about this on TikTok? Like, it's a thing. But I just happened to see it in my notifications. But I was like, is that something to be proud of?
Like, your baseline, your nervous system
but then
is
again,
like
I don't listen
if you can
to
just sit
true
and
crime
withstand
stuff.
trauma.
I like my fictional Law and Order stuff.
I think there's also something to be said by repeatedly exposing yourself to certain things on purpose like that are horrific. There's nothing wrong with being educated and things like that or whatever, but like it has an impact on you.
And Larry would be like, why are they putting this stuff out so people can copycat them? And I was like, well, they already have.
Well, it's been out. I mean, it happened.
Yeah,
it's history.
Like, he was like, why are we putting this out again for a new group of people who didn't know to?
For entertainment purposes. It's more about like, why are we putting this out for entertainment purposes? Because every person that was murdered and consumed or just murdered by that man, they have families.
Right.
Well, and come to find out, Netflix didn't talk to none of them. So they're getting on there and they're like, yo, Netflix didn't talk to me about anything and I just had to relive this shit.
Okay, see, I was seeing, I didn't go into the history of all this stuff. Like, what I'm seeing about is what I see when I happen to look at Facebook. But I was seeing stuff like, people were like, oh, they made sure to do the victims justice and tell their stories.
Yeah, they told the stories, but who did you talk to? Like in their families? If
and I
anyone.
tell you who's Tony's mama. The girl, she's been on so much stuff. She got a high pitched voice. She was on the new
I was
generation.
about to say Michelet. It's not her.
No. She's dark skinned and short. She was on the new generation, A Different World.
What?
She used to talk to. I could hear Vance.
Did they remade A Different World?
No, you remember when?
Oh, girl, I was like, wait a minute.
I can't remember. I don't know her name, but she was on. She was a guest on In Living Color. She played Max's old roommate, who turned out to be gay. She got a high pitched voice, and she talk. Oh gosh, she plays Tony's mama, and she plays it really well. I can't look up. You got my phone.
Oh,
look up A Different World, the new class.
Well, you keep saying that
because it was A Different World, the original class with Denise and them, and then they all went to graduate school, and it was a new class.
I didn't know it was a different title.
I don't know what the title is, but I'm just saying it was.
I was like, you keep saying it like it's another
because
show,
it wasn't the original.
And I want to find it.
It wasn't the original cast. It was a new class of people, a new set of freshmen coming through when they were all in grad school.
Well, they should do that anyway, because I would totally watch it. Evan Peters is definitely. I'm gonna have to watch it. What's her name? Is her name Shirley?
Let me see her face.
Is that her?
Her.
Karen Melina White.
Yeah, she plays Tony's mom. Y'all know who I'm talking about. What else was she on that y'all would know? She talked really, really fast. She had the high pitched voice, and anyway, her. She played Tony's mama. She played that really well.
She was on Lean on Me. Wait a
minute. She was on
Lean
on Me.
Girl on Lean on Me.
Yeah, the one that.
That's Charmaine. She was Charmaine on the Cosby Show. Okay.
Yes.
Charmaine.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I didn't know what she looked like now.
She has so much. I mean, she was in some of everything.
She sure was. Okay. She was. Yes.
Anyway, she
dated Lance.
Lance. I said Vance. It was Lance.
Lance.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, she on the Jeffrey Dahmer series. She did really good. I was happy to see her, and she played her mama role good because she was like, my son's been missing for 2 days, and the police are like, well, what makes you think he's missing? She's like, because I know my son, he's a good boy, and they asking all the questions like, well, is he involved in any type of drug gang? And she looked at him like, my son is a good boy. Flash should have seen of him asking his mama if he could wash the dishes before he go out partying. Girl, them actors did that. And I'm not even done with the series.
We're gonna figure it out because we're at 35 minutes and we ain't talked about like any of the main stuff at all.
No, we are. Let's go. Move to something else.
Lord, we can like leave it at that if you want.
No, we ain't signed the contract yet.
Okay. Well,
we ain't signed the contract yet.
Okay, so this face. Okay,
you know
so
what? I might have to turn on this light.
Everything. Okay, I'll wait till you get the. Go ahead. Probably both. Honestly. Oh, I did have another thing that was actually good.
Okay.
I got invited to speak on a let me make sure I call it the right thing.
A panel?
I did.
Yay.
I did. It's to have a discussion in a small group, a small little panel. What did they send this to? I can't. Here it is. Yeah, the Delta Art Sharing Circle.
Cool.
It's the Louisiana Division of the Arts holding diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. There's circles around the state about better supporting artists and culture bearers that are of color, LGBTQ+, have disabilities, or are underrepresented in the arts funding in the state. So I was invited to join in on that conversation. Cool. I'm excited about that. That's actually, that's Monday. Hi.
I'm late.
No, I'm not late, but I just was probably gonna be. I didn't realize it was that soon. But I already RSVP'd, so I'll be there doing that and stuff. So that was the other good thing. It was really nice to be invited. to be heard on
You out here
a
on the
topic
scene,
like that.
on the art scenes. Like, you're becoming more and more on the art scenes. And
I need to be becoming more and more in that damn studio because I ain't painted in forever since I made a piece for a charity for Rustin. I don't even know how I did it.
But you've been in school and stuff.
And still am.
Girl, why my boss got me looking into master's degrees, and I'm just...
Because why not? Why would you not?
Because it's
unless you don't want to, that's fine too.
I just kind of feel like I'm...
But don't say why, like it's a surprise.
Well, I mean...
She don't want to go to school, y'all.
I don't.
Sure, you don't have to. I mean, it's up
I
to
know
you.
I don't have to. I did see some certifications, some professional certifications. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to get my master's in business administration, but like I wouldn't mind getting like a cert. You know what I'm saying? If I were to, it'd be like some liberal arts or some like communication strategy type.
Yeah, that's literally program. What you do. So
yeah,
why not?
Yeah, that's it. But I said like once I started working back in my field again, or I would then decide based on what I'm doing, what direction I want to go in. Because like when I was back doing my finance thing, like I was doing that because I needed a job and I needed to make some decent money. But like, so I didn't want to get a master's based on that. But now that I'm back in my space and, you know, my personal projects are starting to move a little bit, like I would base it on that. What type of continuing education I need to continue, you know, to continue what I'm doing personally and what I'm doing at work.
You want to hear something funny?
What?
That I thought about and said when I was talking to my partner today. Mm-hmm. I was like, speaking of school, now I'm still in school right now, right? And I was like, art school.
Art school?
Maybe. After I get done with it.
Your master's in fine arts?
I don't know.
You're going to end up turning your I mean, honestly, K'Shana, you're going to end up combining your...
I hope so.
Your art, your psychology.
I would like to do that, to do like
your counseling, that type of stuff. Even your prevention.
I might possibly do something with art therapy is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like even what you do now with the prevention and stuff, like all that's going to tie together sometimes. That's why sometimes
it is
like,
together. Like it is together. Mm-hmm. I literally do it, but I don't have any.
And who got me okay with that? Because I feel like I'm like that too. Like one day, the little random things I do are gonna tie together. Okay, so we had to cut that episode off early, but this concludes episode of ADaydreamersPodcast. I am Erin. Make sure you hit me up on all the socials. I love Erin AD on. That includes Pinterest. Also on TikTok, follow my kids at Zippy Loves Ragnar. Hit up K'Shana on all of her social at KHD Studios. And follow the podcast on all socials at ADaydreamersPodcast. Podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see y'all later. Bye.